Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Arik Bahaki Kaizan bin Muhammad Safi from Sekolah Kebangsaan Bumiputera in Lundu district. My school code is YBE 1401. I am 12 years old and representing my school for Pertandingan Bicara Buku 2025. My hobby is reading and I spend most of my time reading as it is a convenient way for me to acquire knowledge. Additionally, reading book is the best way for me to set my mind at rest after a hard and grueling day. These are some reasons why I am so into reading. Today, I would like to share about a book that I have read entitled The Shocking Story of Electricity by Anna Claiborne. It consists of 63 pages and has 6 chapters. Allow me to give a brief introduction of the author. Anna Claiborne started her career as a trainee staff writer and later became a self-employed freelance writer and editor. She writes on almost any subject but specializes in science and nature. She is the author of numerous books on the natural world for young readers, including the popular 100 series. Now, let's hear what this story of the shocking story of electricity is about. In the first chapter, it tells us about electricity all around us, making all kinds of machines work. Wherever we look, we'll see things that run on electricity. But what is electricity? Where does it come from? Not so long ago, there were no electrical inventions at all. No computers, no TVs, not even any light bulbs. People used other things such as musical instruments, sun, fire, hand fan, etc. Actually, there has always been electricity in nature like lightning. Back in prehistoric times, people could see how powerful lightning was, but they had no idea it was a form of electricity that is useful to them. They thought it was a punishment sent by their god. Whilst in the second chapter, it tells us about an ancient Greek scientist named Thales made a surprising discovery where he found the amber could pull things closer to it. The Greeks were amazed by the amber's power, as sometimes they saw a little spark if they rubbed the amber a lot. Later, other scientists also tried Thales' experiment. Next chapter, it tells us about a doctor named William Gilbert who's more interested in magnet than medicine. He studied magnetism and tried out Thales' experiment with amber. Rubbing the amber gave a pulling force, but he realized that wasn't quite the same as magnetic force. So he named it electricity, which is from the Greek word for amber, electron. In this chapter 2, we see that an American scientist, Benjamin Franklin, thought that lightning was an electrical force in nature. He decided to prove it in 1752. He believed that lightning could travel through a metal object like key. So, to ensure the lightning could reach the key, he set up an experiment with a kite. He did it! The electricity flowed with the clouds into the kite and down the wet kite string to the key. He saw a spark when he put his finger near the key. By the way, we should never try this. The electrical force in lightning is very strong. It kills people. In the following chapter, this book tells us about useful electricity. The most important inventor was Michael Faraday. His experiments led to 2 very important inventions, the motor and the generator. A motor turns electricity into movement, while a generator changes movement, such as the turning of a windmill into electricity. Over the years, inventors came up with more and more electrical gadgets such as light bulb, vacuum cleaner, television, an electric shaver, and more. Nowadays, the modern world depends on electricity to keep going. We use electricity every day even when we can buy thousands of different electrical gadgets. The most important electrical appliances we use today are computers. It was built in the 1940s. The computers control all kinds of things such as planes, trains, traffic lights, bank machines, and cash registers. But computers only work if they have electrical supply. That's exactly what happened on the east coast of US in August 2003. Nothing worked when the electricity supply went wrong and stopped. No one knew what to do. From this book, I would like to say that electricity is very important. We need electricity to supply to make everything work. However, we must be very careful when using the electrical appliances to avoid any injury. Can you imagine life without electricity? Perhaps the world would grind to a halt. Before I end my talk, I highly recommend this book as it is interesting, the language is easy to understand, and each page is illustrated beautifully. It's also a great book to those who want to know the fascinating story of electricity from the very beginning, when people first realized what it was and what it could do. It would only take a few minutes of your day to read this book. I think I've shared enough, and thank you for being attentive. Have a good day.